So my name is Agnes Mollel. I'm one of the co-founders of Mipango Fintech Limited. Mipango Fintech Limited has developed an app called Mipango app, which is a personal finance app. And the offices are located in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. We initially started the application in 2019. We worked on the idea, but then by 2020, that's when we built the solution. So initially, we were separately facing the same problem, me and my fellow co-founder, whereby we were having a little bit of difficulties in regards to tracking our expenses, or rather managing our finances. So in regards to me, I was working for about 5 years and I was not able to do any financial development. In regards to I wasn't able to purchase a fancy or nice car. I wasn't able to start a business apart from the fact that I was just employed. So I thought probably it's because I did not have a proper financial management. So I came about consulting my fellow founder, who we initially were working together, and she was also facing the same problem. So it came about finding solutions that would cater to our needs. And most of the solutions were westernized. So we came about finding some westernized solutions, which are Toshil, Spendi, and Smart Money. But most of those solutions they catered to the Western culture, so they were not speaking to the African culture. So Lillian, who is my fellow co-founder, we thought that was a loophole, and probably we could be able to establish a solution that would cater to the African culture or Tanzanian culture. So that's how we decided to build the Mipango app. Our tagline is Mshauri wako binafsi wa kifedha, as it guides you through your financial decisions and management. So the application is available on Android and iOS. So what the user has to do is download the application, and thereafter they'd have to install and register the application. From there, the user would have to record their income sources, whereby you'd find someone is employed and at the same time has a business. So they're able to record their income through the various channels that they have access to. Then thereafter, one is also able to record their balances. Now, be it M-Pesa balance or cash balance or different bank accounts. So one is able to record that and being able also to track it. Then thereafter, one is also able to set budgets. Now, that was a very big pinpoint at the beginning when we were initially working around finding a solution whereby you find someone is not living within their budget, or someone cannot be able to track their budget. So through the application, one is able to set budgets and also track it and make sure that they do live within the budget that they have put aside for themselves. Then one is also able to set different goals. So you probably would have a goal to probably buy a car or acquire land or move into a bigger house that is probably much expensive than what you initially are living in or acquiring. So a person is able to make or set such goals and attain it in the long run. And the application also enables someone to be able to track their expenses as they go. So the first landing page that you meet when you open the application after recording all that, you'd find that you're able to record expenses on the go. There's a tendency where someone walks into an ATM machine and then you probably get money from the ATM machine and then you go buy something. But at the end of the day, you'd find that you don't know where your money has gone. So probably it's because you're not able to track it. So the landing page helps you to track your expenses as you go. And at the end of the application, you'd have the dashboard whereby you're able to view all your transactions, you're able to view all the budgets. It's a summary of everything that's within the application. Gated customer is a normal Tanzanian person that's aged from 18 to 35, that has a smartphone, that has an income source. So we know that there are a couple of university students that are studying, but at the same time do have small businesses. So that's also one of the targeted customers that we do have, apart from the employed or the SMEs, people that we are targeting. We reach them through digital platforms. So we do digital marketing. We have various social media platforms. We have the Instagram social media platform. We have Twitter. We do have Facebook and the likes. And we also reach our customers through the radio or television adverts, events, and trainings that we carry on the long run. That we do visit different colleges and different institutes and train people on how to manage their finances. And at the end of the day, we tell them to acquire the solution that we provide. So those are the media forms that we are currently using to reach our customers.
My name is Lillian McCoy. I am one of the co-founders of Mipango app. So when it comes to other initiatives in Tanzania that do what we do, I would say there isn't one exactly, but Chomoka, we could say it somehow does what we're doing, but they are more catering to needs of groups. So from Bikobas to such settings. But for Mipango specifically, I'd say if you'd compare us against other initiatives in the world that are also addressing personal finance needs, Mipango app is the only app that has Swahili language, whereas other solutions would force you to use English language. And then if you compare us to other financial apps, from banks to mobile money, most of these apps only take your financial data from you, but they never use that data to speak back to you. And by speaking back to you, we say we use artificial intelligence to analyze the data that you've fed into the app, from your income, expenses, to budgets and responsibilities that you have. And then we use that data to speak back to you in terms of advising you, what you need to cut off in terms of spending, what tweaks and changes you need to make in your budgets, how you can best achieve your financial goals, all the way to, just changing your financial behavior in general. So Mipango app, I would say it's the only app that does that at the moment. And then one last feature that differentiates us from financial solutions out there, I would say, is the aspect of making finance fun and simple. So most apps, if not all financial apps, makes you, as the user, feel like you have to have some financial degree, or you have to be comfortable with numbers, or be an accountant or something for you to be comfortable with working with these apps. But Mipango is designed different. It's designed to cater to the needs of the mass population, an average Tanzanian. So from a boda boda driver, they can easily use Mipango app to record their income, expenses, all the way to looking at the dashboard and looking at those numbers that are shown in the dashboard to understand what it means to your personal life. So we make personal finance or financial management simple and fun. Yeah. We launched the app in August 2020. And then about 5 months later, we engaged a company, Innovation Peer. They are, again, local-owned startup that enables or empowers innovators to innovate better. So we did some work with them, which included talking to users and potential users, understanding their need versus what we have created. The technical term is product market fit for that. So we did that 5 months after we launched. So looking back, I think we should have done that early on, before launching the product, which is, it would have given us, vast time and ability to understand our users as we are designing the product, which would have, saved us money and time. Because with this initiative that we did with Innovation Peer, it got us to, understand that we thought the priority for our users was knowing where their money went, only to realize that it's the women that need that. The female users want to know where their money went. But the men users want to know how they can increase their income. So with that, it meant that even as we're designing our product, we have to make sure that females or our women users feel like their need is responded to when they use the app, while the men users feel again that their need is responded to when they use the app. So looking back, I think we should have done that early on than doing it after, 1,000 users later. So COVID has affected us both negatively and positively. Positively, I'd say it's because we launched the app while COVID had started. It was already, it was already an issue in Tanzania. But for us, we took that as an opportunity in the sense that first, everyone was, it was a time that everyone was very alert about their finances. Everyone felt like their finances were affected in some way negatively, and everyone wanted to make sure that they use their financial resources that they have to still be able to provide for their families, themselves, and prosper somehow, as impossible as that may seem. So again, Mipango app came in handy at that time in the sense that, yes, you're worried about your finances, and we give you a solution that doesn't need you to go out or meet anyone. Just download the app, record your expenses, record your income, and we will advise you. I mean, you get your financial advisor without having to meet anyone. So we really capitalized on that pandemic, I'd say, that the need became more vivid when people were worried about their finances. So again, with that, I think in only 1 month, we were able to get about 1,000 downloads or 1,000 users, and that was just for the Android users. So I would say it worked good for us. COVID affected us negatively as well, in the sense that it has slowed down the potential growth that we would have had as an app compared to without COVID. So one of our marketing channels includes visiting or having events within colleges and universities, as well as in social or business marketplaces. So because of COVID, we are not able to do that. And with that, we are limited to only one marketing channel, which is digital channel. So I'd say if COVID was not there, I think we would have grown 5 times faster. But again, COVID being there enabled us to launch our product faster. So it's a mix of both. From the day that we launched the product in itself, we had about 2 investors that came to visit our office, physically, and they were like, we needed this solution. We need this solution. Yeah, I'd say we still are in conversations with about 5 seem promising, and then there are still others which is more of exploratory discussions on whether to invest or partner or both. Yeah. Definitely partnerships. We would love to work with banks to enable them to enable our users to open more bank accounts, to enable our users to save through this bank partner. We are also looking for partnerships with loan providers, from large to small loans, where we have created systems to enable users to apply for loans and get issued loans directly through the app. And users are also enabled to invest directly through or within the Mipango app. So again, with investments, we need partners there, as well as payments, where we foresee Mipango being able to enabling users to make payments across multiple purchase points through the system. Either it's buying something or sending money to someone, but all of these needs partnerships. So definitely, partnerships is the thing that we are aggressively working on right now. We are speaking to potential partners, but we really are aggressively working towards getting partnerships, and we need. Very excited, very much looking forward to what Mipango could be. We have a very exciting and big, how do I put it? Technical roadmap of the features that we want to have in Mipango, of the partners that we need to make Mipango be what it should be. So with all these features happening or being in place and partnerships, we feel like Mipango is going to be that one revolutionary personal finance product or app that solves almost all financial needs of the average Tanzanian, or I'd say low income to middle income Tanzanian. So we are excited on making that happen, and then seeing what impact all these would have on the economy. Our biggest achievement, I'd say, is the testimonies that we've gotten, or the impact we've had on users that have used Mipango app. We have a WhatsApp group called Wana Mipango. There we have about 270 something users, where we get to hear from them how the app has impacted their financial lives. So we have people who started saving for the first time because of the interaction they've had with Mipango app and the Mipango content. We have users that have started investing for the first time because of the advice that they've gotten off the app. And we also have people that for the first time, got to sit and think about their finances, just because Mipango app, got them thinking like, hey, you could have been more successful than you are right now, or what have you done with your finances compared to the opportunities you've had. So yeah, for us, our biggest achievement is that hearing from these users on what Mipango app has done for their personal lives. And then the second one would be getting into NVIDIA. It's called NVIDIA Startup Inception Program. So what they do is it's a global company and a global platform that brings together startups that use artificial intelligence to empower their solutions. And through them, we've gotten lots of technical support, from building our AI algorithms to systems and platforms. And we have direct contact to their team, the technical team, for any challenges that we face or any technical needs that we have, and they're there to support us. So I would say those are the biggest achievement yet, but we know that the future has so much more for us. I wouldn't leave out the number of downloads that we've managed to achieve so far. We launched in August last year, and to date we have 3,000 app installs from both Android and iOS. So yeah, I think given the time that and the activities that we've done, minimum marketing activities, we are excited that we were able to reach 3,000 installs in such a short time. So my advice to youth, I would say that make sure at any given time you're working towards a financial goal. Most of us, or even financial experts, advise on setting your goals at the beginning of the year. But it doesn't mean that if you haven't done that at the beginning of the year, you shouldn't be setting up goals now after you've heard this and know that it's important. But at any given time, as a young person, you should be having financial goals that you've set for yourself. And with these goals, break them down to smaller goals, short-term goals that would take you towards achieving the big goal. So what would that be? I would say your main goal could be you want to be successful, but picture what that success looks like and the kind of success you want to have. And then break it down to material success. So how many houses you want to own, how much income you want to have, what kind of car you want to own. So all that. Break the success down to such, consumable achievements. And then with these set short-term goals that take you towards that main goal. And by doing this, you'll find out, you'll soon realize that you stop wasting time. You'll stop, going for opportunities that are not leading you towards your main goal, and you'll be more objective and focused towards your main goal and your time. So one common problem that we as Tanzanian, or maybe all women, have is impulse purchasing, where you've planned to go to get something from town, but by the time you're back home, you've carried a million other things that you bought not because you needed them, but because you wanted them and you could afford them. What this does, it affects our ability to have goals, financial goals and achieve them. That's if we have goals, but it affects our ability to have financial success or financial growth. So I would say, if you might think you don't have that problem, but I would challenge you to download the app, record your expenses for 1 month, and you would realize that 60 to 70% of your expenses go to wants than needs. And then with that, make sure you vow to change your financial behavior by cutting off at least 40% of your wants, and make sure that you channel that money to investing or saving, but make sure you achieve some personal financial goals. So thank you to Media Convergency for giving us the opportunity to share our story, highlight our initiative. I think it's a great opportunity for more Tanzanian startups to tell their stories, bring to light great initiatives that are, one, impacting the societies, but two, showcase that we as Tanzanian youth are able to innovate and solve our own problems. And yeah, through that, we hope to get partnerships to investors, and we need more of these.